Hello, everybody. This is Jeffrey, Ripe Color Tarot. I'm going to do a reading for August 2020, August 2024, the air signs: Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So, you would never believe, I live in Midtown Manhattan. I live in the middle of Manhattan, literally. And I've got a whole thing going on in my fire escape. I live in the back of the building. So, I can grow plants and I have them hanging off the fire escape so it's not in the way in case of a fire. And I always get like little birds visiting, like I have finches right now. And today I have a damselfly. So damselfly is a little different than a dragonfly. The dragonfly has 2 wings and the damselfly has 4 smaller wings. It's so magical. It's just so magical. Anyway, so it's going to be a particularly magical reading. Aren't you excited? I can't keep my eyes off the thing. And then for a while, I thought it's like the goddamn thing is petrified. I shouldn't say goddamn, but it's petrified. And then it started going, they can do like a helicopter thing and they can move backwards. And dragonflies eat while they're flying and eating at the same time. It's like walking down the street and eating pizza without the traffic getting you. Okay. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. So I guess the message is, you get a little inspiration and a little intuitive click, jump on it. Don't waste your time, Okay, I'm going to do one more. I do 4 for the month. It's not necessarily the 4 weeks. It's just 4 is a good solid number. So you can follow me on Instagram, Ripe Color and Ripe Color Tarot. You could go to my website. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let me turn them around. I like sound effects. I wonder what the damsel fly hears. It hears flowers saying, "Oh, land on me." Okay. This is the month. The Magician, the Moon, the 5 of Swords, the 2 of Cups. All right. Whoa. Whoa, wee rollickers. Okay. Okay. The Moon being so prominent. So the big cards, the major arcana that come up are the Magician and the Moon. The Moon is a very odd card, a very hard card to read, honestly. August 3rd is the Moon. August 3rd is the full moon. And it's in Aquarius. So this is going to really, not just for Aquarius, for all air. The weird thing about the moon is a very strange little card. So the moon is a lot of times about illusion, delusion, could be about prophecy. Could be about prophecy. So I'm feeling that this particular full moon is going to be, it's going to be revealing to you. Interesting that it's going to be at the beginning of the month, because I feel like more will be revealed afterwards. That's what I'm getting. I think this is about some sort of relationship. some sort of exchange. Because I have the two of course. This is like, I'm kind of going there. This is the two. This is a lovely card. This is about a relationship and exchange, balance. They're both offering. They're both kind of an equal ground. And there's a healing. There's a healing. But there's all these weird cards at the same time. So the five of swords is the guy has won the battle. He's won the battle, but the people that helped him win the battle are walking away. And the reason they're walking away is because he was very harsh. He was ruthless. There was something that could be. I always feel, or lately, or today, at this moment, this is about. It's kind of I told you so. I told you so. I already know. I already know that I was wrong and you were right. You did not have to rub it in. Thank you. So you could either be on the receiving end of that, or you could find yourself in a position where, you know, you can actually like really cut in and really tell someone where it's at, but you might not be seeing the whole situation. You might not be seeing the whole situation. You might see it. You might feel affronted and you didn't know the whole story. You didn't know the whole story, you know? So, especially with loved ones or with people that you could be a business partner, even your companion. Either they're going to act out with the tongue or you're going to act out with the tongue. And it's not going to be based in reality. It's going to be based in some sort of emotional trauma drama that isn't real. You know, it's like you saw the door open, so you thought they were home and they weren't actually home. And, you know, that kind of weirdness. It's going to be like that kind of weirdness. It's like, oh, well, there was a clue, and emotionally I felt like, oh, well, he did it before and he's going to do it again. And now I'm really going to let him have it. Even if you do let them have it, if they let you have it, okay. Before you open your mouth, okay, if it's you, let's say it's you, before you really go there and chop their head off, or before you say something that you're going to be sorry for, maybe you need to just observe it and not say anything and see what more is revealed over the next few days. Because this guy, he's the manifestor, the magician, right? He's the first card. I mean, the Fool is the first card. He just begins everything. He's kind of like the explosion, you know, of the dynamite in the mountain, so that it's like, okay, now we're going to start mining. Destroy a mountain. He has all the tools, and the point of him having all the tools is to be able to use all the tools and to utilize all the tools. So, this is about a balance in the relationship. This is about a balance in the relationship. To see things by the light of the moon, maybe in your fantasy, but also to see things in broad daylight. to see things as they are, not as you would like for them to be, not as, you know, this might be a very revealing truth about somebody you're involved with, that, you know, sometimes when you meet somebody, you have this fantasy, they're going to be this and they're going to be that, you know, and then you start to see sort of, I don't know, an ugliness that is very revealing, and you might step back and say, this is not what I want to be involved in. So interestingly, I really feel like this is a time to move slowly and cautiously. I had a feeling when that damselfly was out there, you know, it's sort of like there are certain birds or other animals like snakes that they sit and they wait until something, or certain fish, something comes by, and then they make their move. Or like the cats that pounce, right? Like a puma. It'll sit waiting for something to come up. It's like, I'm not overextending myself. I'm not running 30 miles. Come to me. So pay attention to what comes to you mentally, but you don't have to necessarily take an action. And if you do take an action, if you do say something, you have to be careful to not shoot yourself in the foot and not chop off somebody's head. And if somebody does that to you, that's information. And then you have to, it's about sitting with this month. It's not a lot of movement. It seems there's a very stagnant feeling in a way, but a lot of information, but you have to be clear that it's kind of like if there's an accident, right? If there's a traffic accident. So the person in the car, in the blue car, sees it from their vantage point. And then the person in the white car sees it from their vantage point. And then the person on the street who saw the blue car and the white car saw it from their vantage point. So everyone's seeing it from a different angle. And what's the truth? Maybe they're all the truth. Maybe they're all the truth. So observe it, but I think it's going to get clearer. And the clarity actually in this particular situation might not be a pleasant clarity. You know, you might see something about other people, or they might see something about you that's not becoming. It's not becoming. You know, I have this little thing on my refrigerator. It says, my refrigerator's there. You're in my refrigerator. Hope it's nice and cool. Friendship is when people know all about you, but like you anyway. So, there might be some of that going on. Like, yeah, the interesting thing about that is, none of us are perfect. Sometimes we have eccentricities or pieces or parts of our personality that are not compassionate or kind, or etc. And when you can extend yourself and accept certain realities about other people that aren't necessarily what you'd like for them to be, and you kind of meet them on their own ground and see it for what it really is, that's the challenge this month. The big challenge of the month is to see it for what it really is. And can you love them anyway? Because the thing is like, if I have a friend who has, let's say they're very talkative, right? And it's like, oh, shut up, shut up, just shut up. But if I can accept them for who they are and love them anyway, I mean, that doesn't mean that I have to expose myself to them 24/7. The more I can love others, the more I can love myself. The more I can love myself, the more I can love you. We're all a mirror of one another. The ones who are showing up in your life are there because they are a mirror of who you are, good and bad. You spot it, you got it. But that goes both ways. Oh, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. It's like only a liar knows a liar. And on the other hand, there are people, let's say a historical figure that you really admire. It's like, well, why do I admire that person? I admire them because they were compassionate and generous. You recognize that because you have that. People who don't have it, they can't recognize it. It's like, it's almost like a petri dish. This is the way I see it sometimes. There's like a petri dish, and and my philosophy is like, it should be a rainbow. And if I'm orange, I should be the best orange I can ever be. And, there are other oranges around, but there's also blues and there's yellows and there's purples and there's greens and there's, etc. If I left out your favorite color, you'll have to forgive me. You don't have to do anything. You could just like say, shut up, talkative. I think there's an opportunity this month to forgive. I think there's an opportunity to come together. I think there's an opportunity to see different sides and pieces and parts of others and of yourself. And there's an opportunity for acceptance. That's what I think this month is about. Should be a very interesting month. And I'm, at the end of the day, what I want to say is no matter what decision you make, it's the right decision. It's like, well, I decided to end that relationship. Okay. Or I decided to stay in this. When I'm talking relationship, it doesn't mean my boyfriend, it means two people come together. It could be business, it could be neighbors, it could be a lot, lawyer, it could be a lot of things. And I've decided to leave. Okay. I've decided to leave. Okay. I've decided to stay and accept them as they are and offer them the gift of love. Okay. I don't think there's a right or a wrong. But I think the important thing is to try to see the picture from all angles, both by the light of the moon, which is your fantasy of what it is, but also through the lens of the magician who has all the tools. Sometimes people act in a certain way or they are a certain way. It's like none of us know what going on in someone else's kitchen, you know, or where they come from, or where they've been, or how they feel about themselves. You know, we all put on you know, we don clothes of I'm this, you know, I'm wearing this outfit, therefore I am, right? Maybe, maybe. Um, so I think it's important to be a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more intuitive. You know, the moon is about intuition. The moon's about intuition. And I think it's like if you incorporate that as one of your tools as well as your mind, then you're going to be able to see a fuller picture. And it's nice to be able to see the full picture, you know, whether even if it hurts, at least you kind of know more where you stand. So I think there's going to be, even though it's the moon, I think there's going to be a clarity, but I think the clarity is going to come through uh, the intuition. So it's not like a big action month, more so than internal month. Anyway, that is my interpretation for August 2020 for the air signs. And I hope you have a lovely August and enjoy the sunshine. I hope it's not too hot. And I hope that your air conditioning bill is very, very low. Yes, this is what I hope for all of us. Okay. Blessings. You can follow me on Instagram, Ripe Color Tarot, or my other Instagram where I do my art, Ripe Color, or you can go to my website, ripecolor.com, where you can actually book a one-on-one reading or a one-on-one healing. Thank you. Blessings.